What's the difference between leie and låne? Very easy, it's all about the money. Leie means that you're renting something, meaning you're paying for having it. It can be a car, it can be your house, it can be a flat, it can be anything basically. But you would say leie when you pay for it, and you would say låne when you don't pay for it, when it's just a favor, like your friend gives you the bicycle for an afternoon, or you get a book from the library. The library might charge you a membership fee, but will not charge you for having this book, and then every day they pull 3 kroner from your bank account. So in these cases, we would use låne. If you have trouble mixing them up, a hint to remember it is when you're at a Norwegian airport or railway station or something like that, and you have a rental car, you will always read leiebil. You will never read lånebil, right? So why? Because the company obviously expects you to pay for the car, so therefore it's leiebil. But if you ask your neighbor whether you could borrow you the car for an hour because you need to pick up something and you don't have a car, and the neighbor might not expect you to pay for that, then you would just ask him or her, kan jeg låne bilen din? Now, are you the one who is renting or who is renting out? It's a bit similar like in English. You can also say leie or leie ut. Vi leier huset means we are renting it, we are paying for it. Vi leier ut huset means we are renting it to somebody else and we're getting the money. So that's basically the opposite. And we can do the same with låne. Jeg kan låne boka, eller jeg kan låne ut boka, låne bort boka. That's also why we have the noun husleie, obviously because we're paying for the house, or it could also be an apartment. We don't make a distinction here. Husleie is, even if you rent just a room, if you rent a studio, you would also talk about husleie as a noun. Ironically, we say et lån when we get a loan from the bank. Now, you will say that's not very logical because låne means without paying, and the bank will actually make us pay. They will charge us interest for the loan. So yeah, well, languages are not always 100% logical, but you might think of it like this. We had this long period now of very low interest rates or almost zero interest rate where we got a loan basically for free. So maybe that's how you can remember why it's et lån. Now for the conjugation, leie is one of these few verbs that have a D ending in the past tense. So we would say leide, har leid, and you do this always with the verbs that have this a or øy, like bøye, bøyde, and also the ones that end on a v, like leve, levde. It's quite rare, but sometimes we have these verbs. And låne is even easier. It's lånte, har lånt.